Real tomb raiders faced brutal punishments, worse than any curse. Asterisk. Before pyramids were monuments, they were fortresses of eternity. Before treasure was gold, it was sacred blood sealed in stone, and those who dared to touch it met a fate darker than death itself. They called it the Pharaoh's curse, not a whisper from gods, not a spell written in hieroglyphs, but a legacy of fear, punishment, and justice carved into the very bones of Egypt's thieves. Behind every shining sarcophagus was not just a mummy wrapped in linen, but an entire kingdom's belief that death was eternal. And desecrating, it was a crime against the gods themselves. Egypt's tombs were never just graves. They were time capsules of immortality. Pharaohs filled them with food, weapons, jewelry, even pets, all to follow them into the afterlife. But as dynasties weakened, famine spread, and wealth shimmered in hidden valleys, ordinary men saw opportunity. At night, under desert moons, shadows crept through temple gates. Poor villagers, soldiers, even priests themselves, they became robbers of eternity. Imagine being one of them. Your torch flickers in the suffocating dark. The walls whisper with painted gods staring back at you. The air reeks of resin and dust. And in the silence, every heartbeat feels like thunder. You break the seal of a coffin. The crack echoes like a scream. Inside, gold, gems, amulets, but also the hollow stare of a pharaoh. His skin blackened by centuries of sacred preservation. Your hands tremble. You take what is not yours. And from that moment, your fate is sealed. The pharaoh's guards were not always living men. Sometimes it was traps, hidden blades, collapsing stones, poisonous substances left to guard the dead. But when living men caught you, punishment was swift and merciless. Ancient court records tell us of trials in Deir el-Medina. Tomb raiders were bound, beaten, their noses and ears cut away. Others were impaled. Some were burned alive as a warning. It wasn't just about theft. It was about breaking the bridge between gods and men. But imagine the thief himself. A father stealing to feed his starving children. A laborer risking death for a handful of gold. Did he whisper an apology to the pharaoh as he reached into the coffin? Did he pray the gods would forgive him? Or did he feel nothing but terror as the guards dragged him away? And perhaps that is the real curse. Not mummies rising from the dead, but men choosing between survival and sacrilege. Over centuries, tombs were stripped bare. By the time modern explorers entered, most pharaohs lay robbed and broken. Their treasures melted down, their names erased. The curse did not stop the living, but it consumed them all the same. Thieves died in chains. Priests died in shame. Even pharaohs themselves could not escape oblivion. Today, the myth of the pharaoh's curse lives on. From the tale of Tutankhamun's tomb, where explorers died mysteriously, to Hollywood legends of vengeful mummies. We still fear the idea that some treasures are not meant for us. But the truth is harsher than the myth. The curse was not magic. It was punishment, justice, hunger, and greed colliding in the sands of eternity. And perhaps the real question is this: what would you risk? To steal from the dead? The pharaoh's curse was never written in spells or stars. It was written in the broken bodies of those who defied eternity. If this story of greed and punishment moved you, leave a like and subscribe so that together we can keep the forgotten legacies of history alive. And as always, may history never be forgotten.